What's up, everybody? It's Taz here. I just want to let you guys know I'm just doing this video because I think that a lot of people should have a warm-up regimen. Maybe if you're not taking it serious, you're just doing it for fun, whatever. I think that everyone should have a warm-up regimen. Everyone does it, sports-wise, like CSGO, football. I'm not comparing those sports to an e-sport, but everyone has a warm-up, and I think if you're taking it to like a semi-serious level, that you should do it. By any means, I'm not a pro. I don't get paid to do this. It is something I do because I think that it's fun as fuck to do, and I just want to do some tips and tricks that I do to really, get myself going. So first off, you want to go to the workshop map, go to Recall Master Weapon Practice in your workshop map, download it, and then come to this wall right here. This is a trick that I learned from nothing. I don't know if you guys know, you probably know who he is. Nothing, the CSGO player. So what he taught me is you want to keep your mouse, your wrist, your arm straight, all of it just straight in one down and up form, and then you want to be able to move your mouse and wrist or left and right. So this is what this wall is good for. You just warm up this is how you warm up your wrist, your arm movement. Use this to shoot the pillars. I do this to warm up myself up. You know what I mean? Get my arm used to the formation, not formation, like the movement of it. It's just a good way to do it. Another thing that he taught me is for burst control is you start on one area, go back and forth to keep your burst up. By any means, I'm not trying to take credit for nothing. This is all his stuff. I'm pretty sure he has a video of it somewhere. I would just go take it if you want to learn more. The next you want to do is do no spread and T target, right? Ghost hair, you can leave it on if you don't know the sprays for it. I don't use the spray because I play enough CSGO to have it be muscle memory. So what I do is I do 5 sprays total. I do 2 sprays standing up like so, and then I just keep going. I keep going. See, I'm not even that good with the sprays either. I got 20 shots there. But see, what you do next is I learned this from another pro player. I can't remember who he was. What you do is you shoot about 6 or 5 bullets standing up, and then when you do that, you come down to a crouch, right? And then you do it for another spray. You come down to a crouch and keep going. And then the last spray, you just do it standing up. And then you do another set of 5. You go back, you go over here, press the plus sign, and then you do the same exact thing. Same exact formation. Then you use you do it one more time at a max distance so you do at 3 different ranges: the first, second, and third range. And then if you go to the M4, and then just do the same thing with the M4. The same exact thing with the M4. If you use the AUG, SG, go ahead and do those too. It's just a good warm up and all that stuff. And then the next thing I do, I quit that. I come to workshops. Hopefully everybody has this. I go to aimbots practice. This is what I like to do after I get my spray comfortable. I feel good about it. I go to here, and what I do is I get about 300 kills or so. I do about 250 rifle kills and 50 op kills, and I'll show you guys just really quickly how I do it. I just shoot the heads a little bit, of course, and then I get rid of these 3 right here, along here. Glock it, close it, and then get the last one. Right, and so what we do here, you want to work on your headshots, get your flicks going, get everything going, warm yourself up, and so if you're doing 250 rifle shots, get about 125 AK kills, and then after you feel yourself, your headshot flicks you're good, all that stuff, you want to do sprays and stuff. So spray transfer. So just get used to spraying. Shoot the bodies a couple times, and then line them up, and then just start transferring on them. You know what I mean? I'm pretty sure Automatic went over this as well in one of his videos. This is a good way to this is a good way to get your spray transfers going, your sprays, anything at all. It helps you just really it just really sets the tone for the day. You know what I mean? You don't need to do this every day. Maybe you should do it every day, once before you get on, before you go to bed, and once you get off. If you're doing this, if you're taking CSGO seriously, then I think that you should do this, you know, warm up regimen. I'm not saying I'm pro. I just think that that people should do it. It's good. It's good practice. It just comes to muscle memory, right? And then for the op, I'm sure a lot of pros do it like this as well. They just they bounce around a lot. They bounce around and they work on their flicks. I'm not the best at the op. I'm not an opper by any means. I'm a fucking in-game leader. I don't do any of this shit. But this is how you do it. And then you don't want to. I see a lot of people like staying like right over here, then to just flick like that. That's not that big of a distance. You want to like have at least a couple like feet away from the distance, you know, from the target, right? So that really maximizes your reflexes, you know, your flicks and all this shit, right? You want to do from the left side, the right side, because I'm right-handed and flicking to the left is fucking weird and hard for me. Flicking to the right still kind of hard because I'm not an opper. It's just a good way to do it. That's how I do it. So I get about 50 kills with the op and 250 kills with the rifles. Next thing you want to do is you come here. Wait for the workshop maps to load in. I go to fast aim and reflex training. I love doing this thing because it really helps me wake up. It helps with my reflexes because I feel like whenever I play in game, like sometimes I don't have the best of games, but a lot of my shots are really crispy and they feel good. And so the SV cheats are on. They are on. So what I like to do is just turn on gun mode. Turn on gun mode. Pull up the weapon bar from below. Pick up the AK and close it. And you want to turn over here, right, where this big box is. And you just follow their heads. Get the heads going. You just want to follow the heads. You know what I mean? Oh god. Another good way to do this too is when they jump up. This is when you flick up to their head. And then so you do have a match timer right here. What I like to do, I usually do AK for the full 5 minutes, and then I switch over to USP, Glock, Deagle, whatever you feel like, whatever you're comfortable using. Also, you should always warm up your pistols. You should always DM with pistols, because not knowing how to use the pistol, hit the registration, hit reg is fucking terrible on the USP without a doubt. But you should always DM with the pistol because you never know when you might need it and all this shit. You just want to get your flicks going and wake yourself up. You can use an op. I don't really like using the op because I don't op. So this is a good way to do it too. Use it to follow the target and kill them, etc., etc. And after that, you quit. Come to community server. I use Tarek servers. I sometimes use this server too, but I use the Tarek server most of the time. Get you a server, 128 tick, death free for all, so that way it's not 64 tick. You have no teammates. It's just you versus everybody else. You know what I mean? Once I get loaded in, I'll just go through my regimen. It's not really a strict regimen for DMing. You're just here to warm yourself up and keep shooting people. I usually just DM to like get about 100 kills, 150 kills. Cause you don't need to like over DM yourself, because like over DMing it wears me out for one. So get AK pistol, whichever pistol you like using the most. Just go around, kill a couple people, pre-aim targets, work on your sprays, work on your one taps. Do what you can. Do what you feel like you need to work on. You know what I mean? So me personally, I always need to work on my sprays from a distance. I've never been good at sprays, but I try my best. Clear corners. Sure, it might be kind of dumb to clear corners in DM, but you do you practice. Practice makes perfect. You know what I mean? And then when I used to play baseball, my coach always said the way you practice is the way you play. And if you play like you practice like shit, then you're gonna play like shit. That's just how I feel, and that's how I train and grew up. And so you need to do it, you know. See, look at this fucking 180s, dude. I'm fucking hog champ. Just go around, get some kills. And sometimes, usually, I get about 50 kills or so with the AK. Then I switch over to the M4. Because yes, you should always DM with both guns. You know. Oh Christ. You always want to DM with the guns that you use. So I'll switch over. Use the M4. I'm fucking terrible with the M4. I hate the M4. But it is what it is. It's a gun. Oh, I eat that guy. The wall. Just DM a little bit. Get your flow going. If you use the op, then warm up with the op 2. And then after that, if you have a pistol or a deagle, that's a good way to do it as well. Like you want to feel warmed up. You want to be confident with yourself. And then I'm not gonna do a full DM server practice whatever. Like after your shit's done, after you're done, you should have a practice. I think you should have a practice like exact. So go to a map that you don't know. Like say, so I know all the maps. I love playing them all. Let's go to train for example, because a lot of people don't know how to play train. You just find a map that you might not feel comfortable on. You know what I mean? Go on it. Hopefully you guys have a grenade, a practice exact, because I have a practice exact, and I think that everyone should have one. It really helps. It really just helps you out. You know what I mean? Who's this? Suspended. What the fuck? I have an. I think everyone should have an exact for practice. I call it nade practice. I can show. I can make a video about that sometime if you want. If you want to learn about it. Just go on here. Just throw some nades, man. You know what I mean? Like nothing's wrong with throwing it. You know. Just go on, learn some new shit. Just fuck around. You know what I mean? I'm not even sure where that went. That's not supposed to go there. But just you want to just go on here, man. Learn some new stuff. I can't even remember. I think it's right here, right? Land right here, crouch, jump right on top of the A. I can also go over some stuff too, like smokes, some takes that some proteins use, etc., etc. Like this is a good way to just end your warm up. You know, go on a server by yourself. Make sure it's 128 ticks so the smokes are all good, and just go on and practice them. You know what I mean? See, I didn't miss that flashbang. But hope you guys like the video. By any means, like I said, I'm not a pro player. I just do this for fun. Some of my friends, I played in ESC Open. I still am playing in ESC Open. I have a couple of friends who play in ESC Open. And some of them said, hey, you should make a warm-up video because I have a pretty good warm-up regimen, I feel like. And I just hope that one day, hopefully this helps you guys, you know what I mean? Just like the video, please. Show some love. Have a good night, guys. Peace out.